And I'll recognize Mr. Paul of Texas for 3 minutes, the ranking member of the Domestic Monetary Policy Subcommittee.
I thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome, Chairman Bernanke. On February 24th, we had our Humphrey Hawkins meeting here, and I asked some questions about some of the things the Fed had done in the past. And the comments that you made included the fact that you considered this rather bizarre, what I was saying. Chairman Frank followed up with sending a letter and asking to get some clarification for you to look into it, and even suggested that you and I get together so I can present exactly what my concerns are and see if we can resolve it. And I'm certainly open to that, so I hope that we can follow up on that and the suggestions of Chairman Frank. But also, I wanted to make a comment about the March 19th ruling at the U.S. Court of Appeals in Manhattan, because once again, the Federal Reserve lost their case against I guess it was Bloomberg filing for Freedom of Information Act for information dealing with the $2 trillion of loans during the crisis. And of course, that was ruled in the lower court, and the Court of Appeals has upheld this. And the main argument the Fed uses in the court as well as here in the hearings is that if we knew so much about these banks and where these loans are going, it would stigmatize these companies and banks and do harm to their reputation and make our problems worse. I sort of understand that argument, even though I don't agree with it, because in a way that challenges the whole notion of what the SEC exists for. They want accounting procedures. They don't want to hide information. And if they do, if it's not out in front, it deceives the investors. So in a way, the SEC is fighting to get information, to notify investors, and if they don't do it right, they get charged with fraud. But it seems to be perverse that the Federal Reserve takes a different position, that if a company is in trouble or a bank is in trouble, what we don't want to do is let the customers know. So I find that rather challenging, because I think revelation of what's going on, what's going on, especially now with the financial crisis, what the American people want. I'm also interested in finding out someday whether or not you will appeal this case that was ruled on March 19th. And I think the taxpayers would like to know, how much does the Federal Reserve really spend on their legal counsel? I'm sure there's a lot of lawyers, and I know you don't have to come to the Fed, to come to the Congress to get an appropriation for this. So I'd like to know how you pay these bills and how much you pay. So these are the things that we need to talk about, but also in the question and answer session, I do want to bring up some specifics about the challenges that you have for someday maybe shrinking the balance sheet, and I will pursue that in the question and answer period. Thank you.
Gentleman's time is